Hey YouTube, this is Radiantxela, and I'm here with the deck of the month for December. I know I'm out early for once, but I thought that would be very good since I've been out late during the last couple of months. The theme of this month is macro monarchs, so I'll just go ahead and take you through it. So let's see. Let's get the cam into position. Always the same freaking strife with this one. Okay, let's go ahead and break it up. We got DD Craw, because it's an awesome card for like stopping Monster Reborn and Pot of Avarice, so it's just awesome. 2 Proxy DD Scout Plane, because they're awesome for tributing for the Monarchs, because they return once they've been removed from play. Different Dimension Warrior, he's a DD monster, he can remove from play, and he's 4 stars, so he's able to be summoned out by Rhoda. DD Warrior Lady, same as DD Warrior, save with this one. You can actually choose if you want to remove the monster she fights from play, or you just want to keep both her and the monster on the field. DD Assailant, she's just like the DD Warrior, save the fact that she's got a lot more power and a lot more defense, and it looks pretty much cooler. DD Survivor is a DD monster, of course. He's awesome for summoning out monarchs, just as DD Scout Plane. His greatest weakness is for first, his low defense of merely 200, and the fact that he can only be summoned back to the field if he was removed from play from the field. So you can't like macro monarch him, get him, knight him to the grave, and then get him out. So that's pretty bad. Now for the booster cards, these of course were the DDs used. The booster cards, we got Armageddon Knight with macro Cosmos in the field, or Dimensional Fissure. You can send a DD Scout Plane from your deck to the graveyard, and then it will get special summoned at the end phase, allowing you for a better defense and more tributes for monarchs. Sniper Hunter is first of all a dark monster, so you can just use him to draw power increasement with Armageddon Knight or Allure of Darkness. And also he has that little bright destruction effect, which we all just hates. So it's a pretty okay booster card. Banisher of Radiance is like a macrocosmos. Any card sent to the graveyard is removed from play instead, so that's basically why we're using it in this deck. Yaku, the Ghost Destroyer, is a good card for removing play monsters in your opponent graveyard, and it's an 1800 beat stick with 4 stars, plus a dark monster, so once again, Armageddon Knight, Allure of Darkness, you can use him. Cyber Dragon is an awesome booster card for any deck that includes monarchs. For the very bright fact that he can be summoned out if your opponent controls monsters and you don't. So I just think he makes a good addition to any deck. That was the booster cards. Now here we come with the monarchs. We're having Wanda Stalos. He's awesome with Macrocosmos because then you can remove from play a card in your opponent's hand, and if you hit a monster, he gets burns for 200x that monster's level in damage. So he's a pretty cool card. Mobius is good for defrosting spells and traps, since he can destroy up to 2 of them once he's summoned. Zarborg, we can run 2 of him. He's good for like busting down Neospatian Grand Mole, Marshmallow, Dark Arm Dragon, and so on. All the cards that normally go and piss you off, just use Zarborg and strike him back into the grave or remove from play in this deck. 2 Caius, the Shadow Monarch, who came out in the Dark Emperor's deck where he was the main card. We're gonna run 3 of them once we get another one. He's awesome because he can remove a card on the field from play once he's summoned, and then the controller takes 1000 points of damage if it were a dark monster, allowing him to be both a burner and a field control and a remove from play card. So he goes awesomely well against like the Dark Arm Dragon decks and such. So, bonus up to him. Rise of the Storm Monarch is the only monarch which is limited down to 1, and I see why, because his ability is so freaking amazing. He's field control because when he's summoned, you can choose any card in the field and bounce it to the top of the owner's deck, which not only just gains you field control, also gains you the advantage to attack directly often, or neutralize an opponent's trap plan like Mirror Force. But you can also rob away one of their draws, so he's a freaking amazing card. And you can often get to plan what you'll do next. That was the monsters. Now we're going through the traps. Return from the different dimension is a good card in this deck. I wish you could run 2, but as far as I know it's limited, so I'm just using this one. You pay half your life points and special summon all your remove from play monsters, making it awesome with remove from play monarchs. Get them back and then hit hard. Karma card. You may want to use 2. I prefer 1, but that's just me. You discard a card to remove from play a monster on the field. Then for each monster in your opponent graveyard that has the same name must be removed from play as well. So it's pretty okay, I guess. It's not bad, but I prefer the next one coming up. We're running 3 Battleless Trap Holes. I know you believe they're banned. They are not. Go to the Upper Deck Entertainment and check it out. I just was 5 minutes ago. And it's not even limited. It's not even banned, semi-limited. You can actually use free. So 3 Battleless Trap Hole for removing play any strong monsters your opponent bust out. Warning to Evil Hero users. This card actually works against Dark Calling and Super Polymerization. It doesn't work to Dark Fusion, that's correct. But it does work against those 2 because they don't have the ability, then it makes them immune. So against the 2 powerful Dark Gaia, just use a Bottomless Trap Hole and it's gone. Alright, the last 3 traps, the main trap and the main card in this deck. Macrocosmos. Macrocosmos is an amazing card, since first of all, when it's flipped, activated, you can summon a Helios from your deck. I don't use Helios because I think it's too weak. But you can, if you want to, exchange it for like Snipe Hunter and such. And I keep it in the side deck too. And then all cards that would be sent to the graveyard are removed from play instead. It's a continuous trap card. Use 3 of them and you'll have a very nice field domination. That was the traps. Alright guys, it's time for the last art, the spells. We're starting off with Dimensional Fissure. I'm just using 1 this time because I figured like Banish of Radiance and 3 Macrocosmos, then I won't need any more removal. So Dimensional Fissure just 1, because it's sort of bad because it can only remove from play monsters. It's sort of sad, but it's an okay card. You can like Jack Grand Mole and such with it, so that's fine. 2 Soul Absorption. It's amazing how many life points you can actually get with this bad boy. I've hit like, how much is it now, 45,000 or something like that in a duel. It was pretty amazing, and I actually took a couple of hard blows in that one. So, well, the basic part of this is it's a continuous spell card, and every time a card gets removed from play, you gain 500 life points. So that's freaking amazing. Get 2 of them out, and then remove from play 1 card and gain 1,000. Augur of Darkness, I gotta get another one for this deck. It's basically just draw 2 cards, and then if you can't remove from play a dark monster in your hand, then you must send your entire hand to the graveyard. It works very well with like TD Scout Plane and such, but I already mentioned that. Also it's good with Soul Absorption, because if you have Macrocosmos on the field and draw 2 cards, then you have got no dark monsters, then you just dish your entire hand off, remove it from play, and then you gain like up to 6,000 life points. So that's pretty okay. 3 Rhodas, because this deck contains a lot of warriors, so you need some draw power for them. So Rhoda is perfect. Grand Convergence. Emergency situations call for emergency uses. And Grand Convergence is like the Crystal Avalanche, just worse. Like, it's not that good. It's a quick play spell card, and when Macrocosmos on the field and you activate it, it blows off all the monsters on the field, and your opponent loses 3,300. Not 3,300, but 300 life points. So it's an okay card for like detonating the field and then summoning out something good to destroy your opponent, like this one, and then return from the different dimension, and that's like OTK move. But I just fit it in because it's cool. MST, let's wipe out your opponent's spells and traps without endangering your own. And then we have the 2 Noblemans, Extermination and Crossout. Nobleman is for, or Crossout is for face down monsters. It removes them from play, and if it's a flip effect monster, all monsters in both decks become removed from play as well. and Extermination is the same, just for face down spells or traps. And when that card is removed from play, if it's a trap, then both players must remove from play all copies of that trap card from their decks. So they're good ways to gain life points with soul absorption. The last card in the deck, and one of the best, is Different Dimension Gate. It's a pretty cool card. It's a continuous spell card, and once activated, you choose a monster on your side and the opponent's side of the field, and remove those two from play until this card leaves the field. Here's the good part: use it with DD Survivor or DD Scout Plane, and they return during the end phase. So basically, it robs away an opponent monster and gives you one of yours. So, thank you for watching, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. So, Happy New Year and have a Merry Christmas. See ya.